Hey, I am going to do a little bit of like a throwback. It was like pre-me, when I was trying to be a girl. And I know for some people this is kind of uncomfortable and they don't want to do this and that stuff, but I'm definitely going to do this because there's people that see my photos on like Facebook or Instagram and even my videos on YouTube, and they're like, what? I'm so confused. And I just want to clarify, I'm FTM and I'm also non-gender, so I don't like consider myself female or male, but I go more like the male part than the female because I really do not like female stuff at all. I do have a pink pillow in my room and a few other girly things, but I don't consider them to be girly. I have like jewelry and stuff, and there's like this little shelf thing here. And I have some necklaces and rings that family members gave me. Alright, going into old. Alright, let's go back in time here. Alright, one moment. I have a bunch of like old stuff on Instagram, but I think I'm just gonna go to Facebook because somehow Instagram doesn't want to work all of a sudden. And I can find some like really good stuff on Facebook. So there are definitely some photos and stuff on Facebook that I'm embarrassed of. Like, I do not want. Okay, here's the first one, and I know some of you are gonna be like, you actually really enjoyed that? And I'm like, I liked actually going and actually getting dolled up for others. For me, I was like, I like my hair straight sometimes, I like my hair curled sometimes, but like the feel of actually getting it cut, I loved it. So this is me. Oh my gosh, I can't believe this is May 21st, 2014. I'm telling you, that's ridiculous. Alright, I'll be back one moment. My battery is dying. Alright, we're all safe. Alright, so the next one, this was back in July 2013. I don't know what my deal was this day. I woke up and oh my gosh, I felt high or something, but I've never been drunk or high, but I felt myself. I was feeling myself. Yeah, I thought that pose was cute back then. Like, seriously, look at that. Yeah, there was that one, and I'm not gonna tell my name for Facebook, but everybody would probably know it. I went to go see a local music group called the Mallet Brother Band, if you know what that band. I was having some gender problems in this time, like crazy gender times. This was, I don't know, but that's Will Mallet. He's one of the Mallet brothers. Is Luke and Will. That's the Mallet Brother Band. They're freaking good. They're from Portland, Maine. And one of the guys that my mom's friends with is now in that band, and it's kind of cool. And sometimes I see him at the gym with his kids, but not often. Starting to get into like the really cringy photos. I had a photo shoot, oh my gosh, 2012. It was like the fall of 2012. And it wasn't like freezing cold outside, but it was cool enough to be a little breezy and wanted to cover up and stuff. But I was so wanting to I'm telling you, I wanted to give photos to my family for Christmas, and I wanted people to see me the way that they wanted to see me. So I went, bought a dress, got all dolled up, did my hair, and I called up my friend and was like, hey, can you take photos of me? I paid quite a bit of money. It wasn't like $1,000 or something like that. It was quite a bit of money for the pay that I was getting from my 2 jobs that I was doing. But that is me. I'm not lying. I don't know if that's going to focus. That's me. I'm not lying. I'm not joking. Does that look like me? So, I am telling you, at this time, I was like flip-flopping. Some days I was dressing in girls' clothes, some days I was dressing in boys' clothes, sometimes like I was binding, and I didn't know what binding meant. Like, I am serious with you. I was working with a band that the guys, like, one of the guys actually lives right down the road from me. And I was working merch and hanging out with that band, going so many shows. It was crazy. And by like the fall, I was physically binding constantly. And it wasn't good binding. It was binding with ace bandage. And I've learned that's not good for your back, and it's not good for your ribs and stuff. So I stopped binding because I was binding with an ace bandage and having a like really tight bra on and going to the gym. So I hurt my back really bad. So I'm kind of like crooked now. So always be safe with binding. And there's some really cringy photos. I gave my mom this one for Christmas a few years ago. I hope this really focuses. Come on. I don't know if that's gonna focus. But I'm sitting on a bench and I was like, dude, can you take a photo of me sitting right here? And I was trying so hard to actually feel comfortable. Oh my gosh, this one. This is the classic photo. This was on a CD. I was actually taking photos for a EP. I had 3 songs that I recorded. Actually 4. But one's called Untitled and actually never got onto the CD. So those CDs are long gone. Like, they're thrown away. I have some upstairs in my attic, but this was the cover of my EP, and I hate it. I hate it so freaking much. Like, I don't look at this and see me. I see someone that basically was confused, that was kind of like, I'm acting. Like, I'm acting. I'm putting on a performance for other people. So yeah, there was that. There was that stage of my life. And I want to show that one, but there's so many like cringy photos of me from years ago. Wow. I used to take really, really, really bad selfies with photo booth on my old laptop. Really old laptop. This is like, this stuff's getting back. Oh, getting to my sister's. Oh my gosh. So I was obsessed. I was obsessed with braiding my hair and having like a dreadlock kind of deal. back from like mid high school. I think I was like a junior in high school to 2019 or something. So from the age 16 to 19, I was putting braids in my hair and doing like dreadlocks. I don't know if you guys can even see that. It's unbelievably awful. The braids, I didn't really, like, I've learned how to actually braid correctly over the years and put correct, like, tightness and stuff in my hair. And keep an eye out. This spring there's going to be something amazing happening with this hair, and I'm so excited. Something that my cousin might be doing. I just have to ask her. So, oh my gosh. So I just found the gold of all these outfits and ridiculous stuff. So one day I was cooped up in my freaking house, and I was bored. Like, I wasn't working this day. I think I was really bored. So I went into my mom's room, and just let me tell you, this woman has so much clothing, it like flows into the attic and like guest bedrooms. She has so much clothing, it's ridiculous. And for me, I have like barely anything. And I usually tell people, I'm like, I really don't need any clothing. Like hats, okay, you can get me a hat, but you have to go shopping with me to get that hat. So I went into my mom's wardrobe, into her huge closet, and I pulled out a skirt. I pulled out a skirt and a like pink blazer. I already had that pink shirt. Like, it was this pinky flowy blouse thing. It was awful. I hated it. I am telling you, this is probably one of the most embarrassing things that I have on Facebook. So, oh my gosh. I don't even know. I don't even know why I did that. I think I was actually drinking a not a martini, a margarita, something. I had some sort of like alcohol going through my system. I was having some really, really bad Taylor Lautner's on the wall. Oh my gosh, I forgot about that. I had like a decked out pink room. My mom, let me tell you. Let me just show you. This is the pink shirt. It is so awful. Like, it is awful. It's really bad. I got rid of that stuff a while ago. So, my parents are divorced, and that's the end of it. I'm not showing any more of that. It starts getting cringier. So my parents are divorced, and they've been divorced for 11 years. I think a little bit more than that. But I've had multiple different houses with my mom. So different like color schemes and all that stuff has happened with my mom. My dad's house, I don't know. I have this ugly pink closet door and ceiling, like awful pink. And I have green and blue walls. My room's basically blue and green. And those are my two favorite colors, and also orange. Because my younger brother Brandon's favorite color is orange. Will's color is blue and mine's green. So I put them all together. That's my favorite colors. Yeah. And with my mom's house, throughout high school, I was at a rental house, and it was this big, huge mansion. And I basically had my own apartment in this house, and I was on the 4th floor upstairs, and I had a microwave, a fridge, I had a couch, I had a TV, I had a bed. It was basically just a big, huge room. And there was, what else was there? I actually wanted the basement, but that wasn't like fully renovated. So couldn't really do that. But that room I couldn't really decorate, but when I moved into my other house, the finishing of high school, going into my mid-20s, my mom's moved so many times. She's in a safe house now, and I think she's gonna stay there for a long time. I hope a long time. It's really, really nice. And I asked my mom, it was like, hey, can I put skulls and stuff all over my room? I was so emo. Like, I loved skulls. I loved being such a emotional wreck. That's what I call it. I loved My Chemical Romance, Good Charlotte, Simple Plan. I know McFly, but basically they're not like emo or anything. I loved McFly. A bunch of other bands. But those are the ones that I like obsessed over. And I asked my mom, I was like, hey, can I do this with my room? Because Dad's letting me do this with my room. And she turned to me and she said, no, I'm not gonna let you paint your room black. And I'm like, are you kidding me? I have skulls all over the place. Why are you not letting me paint my room the color that I want? She told me, she looked at me and was like, we're going to paint it tan, and we're going to put butterflies and pink and all this cute stuff all over the freaking room. And I found this bedding. It was really comfortable, but it was pink, black, and tan, and it was like ribbons on it that were that. It was from Target. It wasn't cheap. That's all I can say. This bed set was not cheap, and my mom is very stuck on deals and stuff, and she was like, I'm just gonna get it because that's what you want, and I'll get it for you. She knows who I am now, but she still doesn't know my pronouns and my name. So I'm going to talk to her soon on that. But that side of me I don't really want to remember, because I was so scared to actually be open and be happy and all that kind of stuff. And now I'm colorful, I'm happy, and he was, I think, the first guy that I actually told that I was gay. I was like, yeah, I'm gay. But I told him that I was gay for girls, so that wasn't actually true. I actually had a crush on him. Joking! If Skylar watches this, I'm like freaking out. No, I did not have a super crush on him. He's cute, but I'm not attracted to him. But yeah, kind of like scattering all over the place. Sometimes people find my old photos on Instagram or my old videos, and recently my old music page on Facebook has been getting a lot of stuff going on, and I am so tempted to just take down that page because it's not me. Like, I don't, what is my dog doing? I'm just gonna ignore him. I am so sorry. He's been cooped up in the house. He's going crazy. Dalen! Okay. Sloopy! Okay. That's his name, Sloopy Dalen. But I don't really want to remember the times when I wasn't feeling me. There was times in high school that I wore what I wanted to wear, and I was totally happy. And then getting into college, I had some bad problems. Oh my gosh. I wore skirts. I would wear these leggings. And then I was trying to be conservative. So, and I'm not really into like showing off my body and that stuff. I really don't like it. Kind of body dysphoria, so I didn't really want to show off all this gorgeous stuff. So I basically hid it under so much clothing. I just hid. Plus I was really overweight back in culinary school. I was in culinary school for 6 months. I did the same class twice because the first time I failed it horribly, and then I was like, I'm done. I'm not even going to even think about even coming back. And it was stupid hot during the summer. My gosh, it got up to like 120 in the kitchen. 120 degrees. I am not kidding you. I was sweating. I had one of the hats on. I had a chef coat, and then I call them balloon pants. Really awful, awful outfits. They're not safe. Those coats are so unsafe for kitchens. They drag, so basically you could catch your arm on fire and you wouldn't even save yourself. You'd be caught on fire, and shorts or shirts, smart. Yeah, whenever I worked in like restaurants and stuff, I always wore tank tops or shorts or shirts, and I got yelled at once because I wore a tank top, and I was like, it's freaking 90 degrees outside. I'm wearing a tank top because I'm hot in here next to the dishwasher and the stove. I'm wearing a tank top. I'm sorry, but I'm wearing it. Quit that job. Like, the manager was an idiot. But I was having some like severe anxiety and depression at one of my like really big last jobs. I was at a restaurant, and I basically turned to my manager and one of my coworkers, and I said, I'm having some problems and stuff. I don't want to talk about it, but don't say these things because it makes me feel really upset. And I was having some issues back then, but I'm all okay now. I talked to my friend that's actually a therapist, and I am thinking about getting a therapist really soon because I have some like severe depression, like going out, seeing people, meeting people, doing things, actually working. It's really, really hard. That dog is driving me insane. Alright, enough rambling on. This is like a really long video now. Yeah, if you ever see an old photo, like a throwback or something, just remember it's probably from like a week or a month. I'm never going to do like a super throwback from like 2013 or something because I don't like those photos, and I don't think you'd really like them either. And I don't want to be called that person anymore, because that's not me. I am 100% open about who I am now, and yeah, so this is me, and if anyone ever asks what my old name was, I'm just letting you guys know, same initials, different name, you'll never find out. That's it. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Please like, subscribe, and if you're afraid, just jump in, because what do you have to wait for? Just have to be you.